the social distancing. Very good. Today's lesson, we will be discussing about the health education and personal health. Let's turn on page 16. Competencies. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to list the components of a healthy snack. Explain how healthy eating habits can improve your health. Before we start with the lesson, we need to understand some words that we will use during the lesson. The first word is a component. What is a component? A component simply means that different things that make up something, and a habit is something that you often do. List components of healthy snacks. Healthy snacks consist of natural food that contains the right nutrients such as whole grain, plant oil. For example, we have the seeds and the nuts, fruits and vegetables. Now let's look on the board here. Whole grain. What are the examples of a whole grain? We have bread. Bread is made from whole grain, as well as wheat bix. Good. Plants that are seeds and nuts. Think of any food that is made up of seeds or nuts. We have the beans, what else do we have? And then the peanuts. Very good. Fruits and vegetables. We are aware of a lot of fruits and vegetables. We know a lot of them. Will you be able to mention fruits and vegetables? We have the apples, as well as the bananas. Now, let's turn on page 17. We are going to explain how healthy eating habits can improve a person's health. Eating healthy food provides nutrients to our bodies. It helps us to grow. It improves our health and builds a strong immune system. It provides the body with energy. Now, we are going to do an activity. You must be able to list the components of healthy snack and also to explain how healthy eating habits can improve our person's health. Let's just read through. Look at the picture and answer the following questions. Number 1, you list 3 healthy snacks. Number 2, you explain 2 ways how healthy eating habits can improve a person's health. Let's turn on page 18. You will find the memorandum of the activity that you just did now. This is the end of our lesson. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and understand it very well. Remember to sanitize your hands every time. You rub your hands again between the fingers, and then we practice the social distance. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Josie and I am Tech. My mommy used to tell me that I need to wash my hands and sanitize it to keep the germs away. Also, one thing you can remember is to sing the alphabet song while you wash your hands. After that, it will be super clean. I usually do it. And until next time, bye!
Early this morning, woke up holding my head, hearing my heartbeat all night long. Shades of this motel keeping me in bed, reading the news, just trying to stay strong. I need to just get up, take a deep breath, keep it together, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Sun on my face, feeling okay. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Feel so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Feel so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day.
Good morning, Namibians. Welcome back to my Zone Online School. My name is Ms. Fotolela, together with Chanel. Before we start today's lesson, remember to always sanitize your hands. And practice social distance and also wearing your mask. Today's lesson, we will continue with health education, focusing on dental health. Let's turn to page 17. By the end of the lesson, you must be able to state 3 functions of healthy teeth. Demonstrate the correct teeth brushing techniques. During our lesson, let's first look at the following words. There is function, a special activity or a purpose of something. Technique, a particular way of doing something. 3 functions of healthy teeth. Teeth help us to tear food. Teeth help us to chew food. And teeth help us to grind food. Let's turn on page 18. We are going to demonstrate the correct teeth brushing techniques. You brush your teeth twice a day for 2 minutes. Clean each tooth carefully. Brush in small circles to remove plaque where your teeth and gum meet. Brush the outside of your teeth and then all chewing surfaces. Use the tip of your toothbrush to clean behind your teeth. Brush downwards of your upper teeth and upwards of your lower teeth. On page 18, there is a very short activity for you. Question 1. State 3 functions of healthy teeth. Question 2. Match the numbers to the correct way of brushing. Use the tip of your toothbrush to clean behind your teeth. You will look at the picture, you identify the number that makes sense with the correct sentence. Use the outside and then inside and then all the chewing surfaces. Brush in small circle. Brush your teeth twice daily for 2 minutes. Just do this activity on your own, and on page 19, you will find the memorandum. This is the end of our lesson. I hope you will be able to state the 3 functions of healthy teeth, demonstrate the correct teeth brushing techniques. Remember to always sanitize your hands. And wear your mask every time. Social distance. Stay home, stay safe.
Hi everyone, I'm Josie and I'm back. Even though the schools are closed, I thought about we can still do online classes, learning and reading. You can also do your schoolwork. Until next time, bye!
If God be anything, He should be everything. Strength provider, the architect of every ring. Experience many years, see the face of God and live.
I pray to God for my enemy. Why you ready? Why you baby? Wanna baby? Insta baby, Insta baby, Insta baby. Why you lying? Shake what your mama gave ya. Everybody move what your mama gave ya. Everybody shake what your mama gave ya. Everybody move, yet lost fact.
You are now watching the V10 Countdown.
Good morning, Namibia. Welcome to my Zone Online School. My name is Laina Fatolela with my friend here. Before we start with today's lesson, let's first sanitize our hands. You rub your hands between the fingers, in and out, and then we practice social distance and wearing our mask. Today's lesson, we'll be discussing about diseases. Let's turn on page 15. Let's look at the competencies. At the end of the lesson, you must be able to list examples of communicable diseases. For example, TB, measles, STIs, rabies, and etc. You must be able to state environmental factors that can cause the spread of communicable diseases. During our lesson, we'll be using some new words that I want you to understand. Communicable can be passed on to other people. Disease and illness. Tuberculosis, which is TB, is an infectious disease that mainly affects your lungs. Measles, an infectious viral disease causing fever and a red rash, typically occurring in childhood. Sexual transmitted infections, which is STIs, is an infection passed from one person to another person through sexual contact. Rabies is a deadly virus spread to people from the saliva of infected animals. And lastly, chickenpox is a highly contagious disease caused by the initial infection virus. Now, what is a communicable disease? It is an illness that can spread from an infected person through saliva droplets from sneezing and coughing. List examples of communicable diseases. We have tuberculosis, which is TB. Now, you will have high fever, coughing up blood, weight loss, and sweating at night. Measles, you will have a dry cough, sore throat, fever, as well as a running nose. Sexually transmitted infections, which is STIs. You will not be able to give birth when you grow up, meaning you will be infertile. Let's turn on page 16. Continuing with the communicable diseases, we have rabies. You will have a fear of water, and you will also be a violent person. And lastly, there is chickenpox. You will have high temperature, headache, and you will not want to eat food. Now, if you notice that you have these symptoms, please visit the nearest clinic to get an injection and abstain from sexual activities for the STIs. State environmental factors that can cause the spread of communicable diseases. Poor water supply. Most of the germs live in dirty water, and you will get diseases such as diarrhea. Poor sanitation facilities. There is also lack of health service, unhealthy food or poor diet, climate or weather like drought or flood. On page 17, there is an activity for you. Let's read the questions together. Question 1, you list examples of communicable diseases. Question 2, you state environmental factors that can cause the spread of communicable diseases. The memorandum is at the end of the booklet on page 22. This is the end of our presentation. Let's sanitize our hands again. Practice social distance and wearing your mask all the time. Stay home, stay safe.
What is social distancing? Hi everyone, I am Zoshi, and I'm back. It literally just means that you need to stay home all the time and keep away from crowded places. And remember to keep your distance from your friends too. Everybody stay safe. Yay! Till next time. Bye!
Humanitarian crises are all too familiar to television viewers. Civil wars that cause huge movements of refugees, worldwide pandemics, and natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis. This is the way most of us are used to seeing these heart-wrenching events, on a screen in front of us, watching passively. But what if you could step into the frame and actually feel what it's like for the individuals on the ground?
People come out of it feeling enlightened and often moved and often ready to take action. A lot of people automatically say, well, what can I do? How can I get involved?
Garbo Aurora is leading a team at the United Nations who are using cutting-edge technology to raise awareness, empathy and funds both to respond to humanitarian crises and to bolster support for a new set of sustainable development goals around the globe.
Virtual reality is the ability to really take part in a story that usually you're only a passive spectator on. And you actually get the sensation of feeling like you're being there.
By using multiple cameras that can record in all directions and software that can stitch the images together, virtual reality creates an experience that enables the viewer to see a movie from every angle, above, below, and behind.
It's exciting for the UN, to be involved in some of those early experiments of how we're trying to tell stories, make these films, and work with some of the most cutting-edge people in the industry on it.
So the UN reached out to us and connected, and we realized that there was a great opportunity here to tell some very important stories and to tell them in a way that we thought would be totally new and highly impactful. The way that I define virtual reality at this point in time is basically the hacking of your senses to convince you that you're somewhere other than where you are. Often, I think of it as a sense of vulnerability. So one of the things we've realized in some of our stories is you have a heightened sense of empathy and a heightened sense of connection as a result of that vulnerability.
That heightened sense of connection and empathy was exactly what Garbo Aurora was looking to create at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Not only to inspire leaders to take action, but also to influence donors to increase funding for disaster response efforts.
I'd started experimenting with using innovative ways of advocacy, and I started talking to a lot of different partners and people. What could we do that would be incredible? And someone said, I just came from a meeting at Samsung, and with some of these other virtual reality headsets, wouldn't it be amazing if you got all of those elite people who could actually go to a refugee camp, or they could go to an Ebola clinic. I just really felt it would get our issues highlighted.
In addition to the screenings at Davos, virtual reality portals have been set up to view the films at high-level political forums around the world. The virtual reality film on display was Clouds over Sidra.
Clouds over Sidra is a short film in virtual reality about a girl named Sidra who lives in Zaatari camp, which is a Syrian refugee camp in Jordan. And it is a story about a young girl who is giving you a tour of the camp, of what it's like, what her life is like. When the film debuted in Davos, it was a sensation to everyone we showed it to. They come out of it very deeply moved. I'd say half the people who watch Clouds Over Sidra cry. And then we cut a version for UNICEF, where it's face-to-face fundraisers. The way they do that is usually someone with a clipboard on the street in Europe or in different countries. So they thought, well, what if we got people to experience virtual reality on the street?
Quite sad. They don't have a good environment to stay. We try our best to help them.
Early reporting from UNICEF has shown that when using virtual reality, they've doubled the effectiveness of their fundraising efforts. This report was produced by Ben Lybrand for the United Nations.
Hi beautiful souls, this is Nikita Winkler and I am here to share easy tools for stretching that you can do just about anywhere. This is a demonstration, so what's most important is that you take enough time that your body requires to release the amount of tension that you have. So let's get started. In this session, we will do neck stretches. I'm going to show you rotations, full rotations, you can do half rotations, and we're going to add a bit of tapping just to release the tension even more. Alternatively, give yourself a massage. If you have a lot of tension, go for the massage first before you do anything, just to warm the muscles, and let's get going. Full rotation. Releasing at every angle of this rotation. And I'm going to reverse, go the other side. All right, we'll do a half rotation. And then I'm going to just stop for a static stretch. Take the arm over the head, relax the shoulders. Drop the other arm, or alternatively, to deepen the stretch, take it right behind. Hold and release. Change to the other side, arm over the head, release the shoulder, let the weight of the arm pull you into the stretch. If you want to go deeper, take the arm around, relax the arm at the back, and release. One more to the front, interlace the fingers to the back of the head, lean the elbows forward, and release. If you're feeling a lot more tension, either go for the massage or just do some rotations. And that's it for now. Thank you for joining me. Happy stretching, and don't forget to breathe.